to keep me up at night. Feel so alive and loving it. I just fight, so I finally learned to fight. Left to be cry for the fun of it. Now I finally see the light. Don't wanna waste a single minute. Now I finally have you, got you by my side. So let's hit the ground running. Yeah, let's hit the ground running. Yeah, yeah, let's hit the ground running. Yeah, so let's hit the ground running. Yeah, it's a beautiful night. It's a beautiful night. Hit the ground running. Yeah, so let's hit the ground running. I gotta choose. I'm running, or am I gonna lose? Just breathing and paying dues. 'Cause that's why we're busy making moves. You and I were devastated. I love my sparty, steps in between. Going too far, off the speed. Go up, 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 and away. It's looking after making mistakes. It's just a game that we're playing, a game that we're playing. So let's hit the ground running. Yeah, let's hit the ground running. Yeah, yeah, let's hit the ground running. Yeah, so let's hit the ground running. Yeah, it's a beautiful night. It's a beautiful night. Hit the ground running. Yeah, so let's hit the ground running. I'm terrified and loving it. With no regrets to keep me up at night. Feel so alive and loving it. I just survived, so I finally learned to fight. Left to be cry for the fun of it. Now I finally see the light. Don't wanna waste a single minute. Now I finally have you, got you by my side. So let's hit the ground running. Yeah, let's hit the ground running. Yeah, yeah, let's hit the ground running. Yeah, so let's hit the ground running. Yeah, it's a beautiful night. It's a beautiful night. Hit the ground running. Yeah, so let's hit the ground running. Hit the ground
Welcome everybody to season 44, the first ever stream of season 44 of the PBE. We are bringing to you the Majors Draft. Welcome one, welcome all. Hope you are all excited and ready to see where these draftees are going to be going to. I am your host for tonight, AJay887. And I am joined by 4 of the Majors GMs.
Now.
And here they are now. We have 4 Majors GMs on the call tonight. Do you all want to introduce yourselves? Who wants to go first?
Enoch does.
Enoch does.
Enoch does.
I was gonna say not everybody go all at once, but anyways, Anyways, I'm Enoch. I'm the GM of the New York Voyagers. Yeah. Next.
Short and sweet, to the point.
I nominate Paz.
Oh, me? Okay. Yeah, so I'm Paz. I am the GM for the Apex, Indianapolis Apex. Woohoo.
Welcome, both. Welcome, Enoch and Paz.
Nominate Hannah.
Maybe. I'm Hannah. I'm the GM of the Boise Raptors, and I'm mayor on site.
Welcome,
No,
welcome,
Zach.
Hannah.
And I am Zach, GM of the Nashville Stars, also known as my Maltese as AJay. That is a joke for legal sake. But yeah, GM of the Nashville Stars.
Got to add that conditional on there just in case any HO
not a
members are
joke.
listening in.
I have never seen them together.
Send you a picture later.
Unfortunately,
I also have not seen them together.
I could send people pictures. Doesn't prove anything.
It could just be some random person off the street.
Exactly.
We're gonna need birth certificates, Zach. All right. Welcome to all 4 of the GMs. Thank you all for joining me on tonight's Majors Draft stream. Very excited to have you all here. And a big thank you all also right off the bat to all of the Majors GMs who sent me quotes to read for their draftees who weren't able to make it tonight. Much appreciated, all of you. You're making my job a lot easier. So thank you all. But let's, without any further ado, we can head on into the first round of the Season 44 Majors Draft. So that is what your first round looks like as of right now. Due to potential trades, it may change later on. But that is where we were at the start of the Season 4 Majors Draft with a forfeit due to cap penalty at number 11 overall by the Buffalo Surge. But the remaining 15 picks and remaining comp pick are all still on the board and are waiting for draftees to be drafted at those positions. So without any further ado, the number 1 overall selection of the Season 44 Majors Draft by the New Orleans Rougarou is going to be Steven Slothsberg, starting pitcher for the California Firehawks, user Slothface Killa, a well-known user throughout the PBE, 227 TPE. We do have a quote from Phillies, one of the GMs of New Orleans, who says, quote, "After 2 seasons of picking former sloths throughout the draft, now we get to pick the sloth. We're incredibly excited to bring him home to the New Orleans Sloths. Sloth is a proven user that brings a great energy to the locker room and continues to add a high level of experience to our team." Number 1 overall in the Season 4 Majors Draft, Steven Slothsberg. Congratulations for being picked.
Back-to-back 1 overall for him, by the way.
Is it?
Yes.
He was number 1 overall with his last create?
Yep.
Deservedly so.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, so well deserved. Congratulations, Slothface Killa, for being selected number 1 overall to the New Orleans Rougarou. And that'll bring us to the number 2 overall, second pick of the Season 44 draft. And with that number 2 overall pick, the Vancouver Vandals will select Artemis Aria, starting pitcher, user Chill the Rose from the Puerto Rico Ranas, 228 TPE. And we do have a quote from one of the GMs of the Vancouver Vandals, that being Scud Muffin. Scud says, quote, "You're telling me this player is directly related to greatness? Sign us up. As if the ceiling for this player wasn't high enough, Chill is an amazing user, and we had an awesome conversation with her whilst scouting. We're happy to bring Artemis aboard to the Vandal crew. So, big congratulations to Artemis Aria, previously known Chill the Rose, previously player Athena Aria. Always seemed to be dominant on the mound, and I'm sure they are hoping that Artemis Aria is going to be just as dominant, and I'm sure the Vandals are hoping for that as well. But congratulations to Chill the Rose, Artemis Aria, for being selected here at number 2 overall to the Vancouver Vandals. That will bring us to number 3 overall in the Season 44 Majors Draft. Hannah, you want to lead us on into this with your third pick?
Sure, yeah. So, this pick, there's a user that I've known since like day 1 in the SHL, and he's been around in sim leagues since forever. And I'm always trying to bug him to get him to recreate, and he finally recreated, and he chose PBE. So with our 3rd overall, we've picked Zach, who Shane Ziegler, username M Taylor because he messed up. And he's got like this he had to like put all his money into the new I'll shame him for that. He messed up his user account forever ago. So it's Zach. His username's M Taylor. I don't know why. But I'm so jazzed that I finally get to have him in a sim league, and I couldn't pass up getting him. So I wanted to make sure that we drafted him with our first pick.
Just to clarify, not the same Zach that's on the call.
No, this is Zach with a CH.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they got
What, CH?
Yeah.
We already have too many.
Oh, ZH. ZH. Okay. All right.
Zach's already got one multi. We don't need another one. But congratulations to Shane Ziegler, M. Taylor, for being selected here at pick number 3 by the Boise Raptors.
I'm going to make a joke. I don't want to incriminate myself more.
Probably wise. That will bring us to number 4 overall, the Buffalo Surge, with the number 4 overall pick in the Season 44 Majors Draft. The Surge will select Damian Thriller, center fielder from the Hepcats G 2019 is the user. We do have a quote from Buffalo who says the following: with the fourth pick of the Season 44 draft, we selected Damian Thriller and user G 2019. With needs aplenty in Buffalo, looking towards the horizon, it was a situation where we wanted to get the best user for Buffalo, someone who would thrive with us but also help us thrive. Our scouting conversation with G 2019 left us feeling inspired by the user, and he rocketed up our draft board. With a vast experience with Sim League and unforgettable Norfolk roots, we got the highest position player on our draft board, and we are excited to bring him to Buffalo. With all that said, Damian Thriller, along with his user G 2019, welcome to the Buffalo Surge. And that was T-Den Stroyer who provided that quote. Thank you, T-Den Stroyer. So a big congratulations to Damian Thriller for being selected here at number 4 overall to the Buffalo Surge. That'll bring us to number 5 overall. Paz, you're up with your first pick, with the Apex's first pick of the draft. You want to lead us on into this one?
Sure. Yeah. So I'll just announce the pick first, and then I'll talk after, I guess, because sometimes I feel like I talk too much. But so with the 5th overall pick, the Indianapolis Apex take D. Fernandez. User is Fetty. They are second baseman in the league, a part of the Flamingos. So Josh, the Jew, who's been around the league very often, helps with scouting, talked to Fetty, and sent the conversation over that they had, and it was a fantastic conversation. Super, super happy to get Fetty a part of the team. It seems like, a lot of the direction they want to go with their player and what they want to do as like a user as well definitely vibes with what we're trying to do in Indies. So very excited to get Fetty over here at 5th overall, and thanks Josh for helping scout as well.
Yeah, big congratulations to D. Fernandez, user Fetty, for being drafted at pick number 5 to the Apex. That'll bring us to pick number 6. Thank you, Luminosity, for subscribing at Tier 1 for 20 months. But without any further ado now, number 6 overall, the New Orleans Rougarou will select Alaskan Bullworm, catcher from the Louisville Lemurs, user XFlex, 238 TPE. We have a quote from Phillies, one of the GMs, who says, Bullworm fills a much-needed position for us at catcher. Add in a championship caliber minors GM as the user, and this is a slam dunk pick. We're excited to get XFlex into the locker room and see Bullworm grow into the next great Rougarou catcher. So big congratulations to Alaskan Bullworm, the catcher, being drafted here at pick number 6 to the New Orleans Rougarou. Party time in NOLA indeed. That will bring us to number 7 overall now. New Orleans with their 3rd pick in the top 7. Quite a lot of purple on the board, as someone mentioned in chat earlier. But with the number 7 overall pick, the New Orleans Rougarou are going to make their next pick, and they will select Carl Beatty Jr., left fielder for the Lemurs, user Bectudo, 209 TPE. We have a quote from Phillies who says, Bectudo is another proven user we're excited to bring to New Orleans. We really needed another outfielder, and with Beatty still on the board, but this was another slam dunk pick. So congratulations to Carl Beatty Jr., formerly known as Udo Beatty Jr., Udo Beatty Jr. Was there a junior?
No, there's no junior. It's just
okay. Udo E. Beatty. That was. I was like, I know it was a 3-part name, but it was Udo E. Beatty was the previous create. Sorry about that, Bectudo. So New Orleans with 3 first-round picks in the top 7. That is pretty wild, if you ask me. But that will bring us to number 8 overall. The San Antonio Sloths are on the board with their first selection of the Season 44 Majors draft, and with that selection, they're going to trade it. This is going to be sent to Nashville in exchange for Nashville's Season 45 first-round pick. So Nashville's first round next year is going to be chosen by the Sloths, and in exchange, the Nashville Stars are actually going to receive this pick. Zach, any comments on this trade, or it seems pretty straightforward, just a movement of 2 firsts, right?
Yeah. Since we have a pretty decent core right now, and especially the last couple of drafts, kind of in the F them picks kind of mode at the moment. So we need bats, and to kind of like have an end to that current core of like kind of being able to play together, we wanted to get a hitter here.
All right. Well, you want to lead us on into to that pick?
Of course. So yeah, with the 8th overall pick, the Nashville Stars select Hayden Andrews Jr., user ABH89. ABH is somebody that was on our team with his last player, with Hayden Andrews Sr. And ABH is a good dude. Really enjoyed having him on the team with his first player. And it's just somebody that we know and are comfortable with, and somebody that I can bother to do their PTs every week too, and everything. So, and not feel bad about it. So when he needs the reminders. But super excited to get ABH here, and have him back on the Stars. So welcome back, ABH.
Welcome back, ABH, to the Stars. And so that will bring us to number 9 overall. The Cancun Toros will make their first selection of the Season 4 Majors draft. And unlike the Sloths, they won't trade this one. This is going to be an actual selection. And the Toros at number 9 will select Troy Murphy, first baseman from the Dillos, user 7 arrows with 197 TPE. We do have a quote from Sarah, one of the 2 GMs of Cancun, who says, quote, "When trying to pick someone in the first round, interest and dedication is paramount. That is why I love someone who is able to ask the right questions. When I mentioned OOTP, it eventually spiraled into a discussion on how to test in OOTP and a brief tutorial on how to use the simulation module. That's when I knew this was the right guy for the team. We have faith in 7 arrows to be a key contributor to the lineups for seasons to come. Welcome to the World Series champions." Wow, way to rub it into everyone. Toros. So big congratulations I'm still thrown off by the last part that's in parentheses. I don't know if that was supposed to be me reading that as a jab at Sarah, or I don't know. Okay. Troy.
No, just Ron Burgundy it. Whatever you see, just read it.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Troy, end prompt. Troy Murphy, congratulations on being selected to the Cancun Toros at pick number 9. And that will bring us to number 10 overall. The San Antonio Sloths are back with their next pick for the first round. And with the number 10 overall, San Antonio Sloths are going to, well, there's going to be a trade first. We'll get to why the Sloths trade isn't here right away, but quick trade first of all. Toros are going to receive 20 overall. Raptors will receive 16 overall, and Toros will receive $2 million in Season 45 cap. And the reason this trade is first is because that number 16 overall that the Boise Raptors have was subsequently traded along with the Boise's second in the Season 45 draft, as well as $2 million in cap stretched out over 2 seasons in exchange for this pick, number 10 overall. Hannah, any comments on these 2 trades?
Sadly, Gordo's the trade guy, so whenever people reach out to me, I'm like, thank you for the trade offer. I'm going to go talk to Gordo. And then Gordo looks at everything that we have and looks at people who are still not undrafted yet, and he's like, yeah, let's do it. So he's the one that pulled the trigger on these and got us this pick.
Fair enough. Well, would you like to lead us into the pick, number 10 overall?
Sure, yeah. So Anik GM's the Flamingos, and he's really talkative in our war room, and he was telling us about this great guy on the Flamingos. So that's our 10th overall is Dan Johnston. username Figgy. And Anik just really, really likes this guy on his team. He thought he'd be a great match with our team, and also he's open to changing his position. We've got Reno at catcher right now, and Reno's pretty solid there. So we were looking for somebody who would be open to maybe playing elsewhere, and Figgy's down to do that.
He already changed. I don't think that C is listed properly.
Right. No, it's like it's a mistake, right? It's outfield.
He already changed at the beginning. So
which is perfect for us. So so we drafted Figgy, and we're really excited because Anik talked incredibly highly about him.
Well, big congratulations to Dan Johnston for being selected here at pick number 10 by the Boise Raptors. So that will bring us to number 11. Just kidding, number 11 was forfeit due to cap penalty.
Let's go. Cap penalty.
Cap penalty. How's this guy still getting drafted? I thought he was drafted in a while.
It's amazing. Cap penalty's a GOAT.
It's true. So instead, that will bring us to number 12 overall. Enoch, you want to lead us on into to number 12?
Yeah, so we came into this draft knowing that we have to add on to a few of our younger core that we have to kind of replenish the team in X3, HFFO, and Gaston, who's Ben Kruger, and so we have a younger core that we're trying to build up, and we're really hoping to add a few more to that as we're looking to kind of replace some of our losing some of our older members of the team going forth. And so at number 12 we're taking Batastiek, Roman Melgar. So Bot had a player prior, and he was actually drafted by New York way back when, and we really did like him back then. He was a really good locker room person, and overall, like I've seen that in since he came back on the Hepcats, and we're really hoping that he will be anchoring the future rotation along with X3 there down the line, and so we're very, very happy to bring him back and hopefully have a nice long career with us.
All right. Well, congratulations to Roman Melgar, future starting pitcher for the Voyagers, user Batastiak. Congratulations on being drafted at number 12 overall. And Enoch, I'm going to throw it right back to you here because you do have back-to-back.
We do have a back-to-back here. So we do need a bat, and there were a few that we're targeting in this first round. But we have a few positions that we need in the future, and we're hoping that people that we draft could be a little flexible, and this person. But the main thing is that we're looking for activity in the locker room and just overall enthusiasm. We want people who want to be here, and that's really the biggest driving force, and to what I see as people who can develop. And so with our number 13 pick, we drafted Big Hurt Thomas, dynamic MLB 42, So he came back, and throughout what I've seen in the league and my conversation with him is that he's very enthusiastic, and that's something that I always like to see and be and have that as part of the team. And so we're hoping that we'll sort out exactly the long-term plans and everything later, but we are happy to grab him here, and hopefully he'll have a great career with us as well. So yeah, welcome to the team.
And congratulations to Big Hurt Thomas, dynamic MLB, for being drafted here at pick number 13 overall. That brings us to number 14 overall. The Death Valley Scorpions are on the clock here with their first selection of the first round. And with the number 14 overall pick, the Scorpions are going to trade it for $4 million in season 46 cap to Vancouver. So the Vandals are actually going to get this pick. And they'll pay $4 million for it, as well as at least $3 million for the next couple of years. Well, not this coming season, but the next couple of seasons as a first-round pick. But the Vandals at number 14 overall are going to select Sim Wakefield, a relief pitcher from the Firehawks user Alaris. We have a quote from Scud who says, "First, Tim Wakefield was one of my favorite pitchers to watch growing up because Knuckler... just cuz Knuckler. Bring back Knuckler Arch HO ? So why would I not want to take the Sim League equivalent when the opportunity presents itself? To make it even sweeter, Alaris is an amazing user, and the Vancouver locker room is lucky to have them join." So a big congratulations to Sim Wakefield. Love the Dust Stocks render here. It looks really good. So big congratulations to Sim Wakefield for being selected here at pick number 14 by the Vancouver Vandals. Speaking of the Vandals, they've got their third pick. We had the Rougarous picking 3 times, and now we have the Vandals picking 3 times. And they have their number 15 overall selection. The Vancouver Vandals will take Saul Goodman, relief pitcher from the Ranas, Draker 585, previously known as Matt Dubson was the user, 169 TPE. And we have a quote from Scud as well, who says, "With our third pick in the first round, I wasn't sure who to still pick, but then a random TV quote hit me, better call Saul, so we did. We saw amazing potential during our scouting convo, and the Vandals bring in another awesome user aboard the crew." So congratulations to Saul Goodman, Draker 585, for being selected here at pick number 15, looking dapper in the Vandals green suit. So that'll bring us to number 16 overall. The San Antonio Sloths are back, and with their third potential pick in the first round, are they going to trade this one again, or will they actually pick a player? With the number 16 overall selection, the San Antonio Sloths are going to select Nathan Abel, user D the Pyro from the Dillos, relief pitcher, 209 TPE. And we have a quote from Juosu who says, "You can never have too many relievers, and Pyro was someone who has earned very well and maybe just slipped a bit because of a busy week at unfortunate timing. We think he will end up being a big steal towards the end of the first round, and we are happy to bring him to the Sloths." So big congratulations to Nathan Abel. I'm sure somebody in this locker room, maybe I will send an invite after the draft stream, or someone else maybe in the war room will be able to. I don't know that we planned anyone to send out invites right away during the draft, but I'll send one after the draft. Congratulations, Nathan Abel. Welcome to San Antonio. That brings us to the comp pick for the Boise Raptors. And with this compensation pick, we're going to have a trade, and it's going to look a little bit interesting here. Now, Phillies gave me the explanation for their side. Hannah, you want to give me...
Because they can.
Yeah, not incorrect.
Who needs an explanation?
So...
Am I going to
contradict a little bit interesting. What's up?
Are you gonna see if our stories match?
Yeah, we gotta match it up. If you want, I can read Phillies' quote first.
Yes, we have the written note right here, so
right.
just keep going.
All right, so Phillies said, quote, "This trade may seem a bit odd, but actually has huge implications on the rest of our draft. With having Hannah in this draft, not the Hannah on the call, the other Hannah, co-GM for the Rougarou, we would have had to take her player at pick 18. Instead, we get to take her with our later second-round pick and get another player at a higher stage of the draft. Boise gets to save money on their draft pick now, since their pick now is a second-round pick rather than a first, and we also still let Boise choose which player they want before we picked as well, so they wouldn't lose value on their pick. This really turned out to be a win-win trade for both teams." So that's the end of the quote. Hannah, does that kind of track with what you were gonna say?
Yeah. Hannah reached out. She was like, "Hey, do you want to trade your last first round pick for our first second round? You tell us who you want. We'll make sure that we don't pick them, and then that way, they get to draft Hannah further down since they had to pick her with their first second rounder." So, I was like, why wouldn't you?
Yeah. All right. Well, so that will bring us then to the Rougarous comp pick now. And with this compensation pick, the New Orleans Rougarou are going to select Rory Whittaker, relief pitcher for the Ranas, user Highlands, 166 TPE. And we do have a quote from Phillies who says, Highlands has been doing chatterbox consistently and earning well. We know he wants to help the Ranas as long as he can, and we're okay with that. But we've got high hopes that he can be a productive member of our bullpen after his minor league career. So a big congratulations to Rory Whittaker, Highlands, for being selected here with the comp pick at the end of the first round by the New Orleans Rougarou. And so that will bring us now to the second round. There's the first round if you want to grab a screenshot of it, but all these render slides will be posted to the forums later, as will any trades, as will the actual draft order itself. Can't guarantee that they'll be up tonight, but they will be shortly within the next few days, hopefully. So that will bring us to the second round. And now, Hannah, now here's your moved compensation pick to the second round. You want to lead us into it?
Sure, yeah. So with our traded pick with 17 overall, we went with Shaw Dynasty, user Shady Nasty. Anik and Gordo spoke with him, I believe, and they both said it had, they had great conversations. They're also, again, we've got a good catcher where we're looking for people who were okay with maybe changing position once they come up, and they were okay with doing that. And at this point in this draft, we were looking for people who were flexible, who, responded to reaching out. So we were really happy to get this person.
You said Shah Dynasty as the username and then Shady Nasty as the username. It totally did not click with me at all. That was Shady Nasty. I thought the user was just Shah Dynasty combined.
They might both be Shah Dynasty, but I think Shady Nasty is pretty fun too, so I want to make sure both of them got shouted out.
Fair enough. Well, congratulations to Shah Dynasty or Shady Nasty for being selected here at pick number 17. That'll bring us to number 18. Overall, the Vancouver Vandals are back with their fourth pick of this draft. First one in the second round. And with number 18 overall, the Vancouver Vandals are going to select Aaron Ford, starting pitcher for the Brew City Bears, user AFord9910.
Okay.
What's up?
Oh no, I was worried because the draft sheet there was some kind of error on it and gave him the name number 15. I was really worried if someone thought his name was number 15.
Oh, okay. All right, so Aaron Ford, selected here by the Vandals. We do have a quote from Scud who says, quote, I think this is our fourth pitcher taken in this draft and our fourth quality pick as well. We had an amazing scouting conversation. How about them Cowboys? And with pitching as an eternal need, we couldn't pass up this player either. Aaron Ford, welcome aboard. So big congratulations to Aaron Ford from the Brew City Bears for being selected to the Vandals here at pick number 18. All right, Hannah, you're back. You're back up. It wasn't a long break, but here you are at number 19 again.
Yeah. Okay. So with this one, we drafted Dave Honkball, username Shevakan. This was a positional need for us. We are pretty solid with pitching at this point, so we were looking at people who could be great hitters for us, and this person fit the bill, so we hope that they get to come up with us and be a great batter for us.
All right. Well, congratulations to Dave Honkball for being selected here to the Boise Raptors at pick number 19. That'll bring us to number 20 overall with Cancun Toros. With their number 20 overall pick, they will select Usada Pecora, starting pitcher from the Kingpins, user Sarah. This is a GM pick, 219 TPE. We do have a quote from Sarah about Sarah's player. I'm going to try and read this as well as I can. Hold on one second. Okay. 23 years, 6 months, and 9 days ago was a time of calamity. The winds howled, the waves came crashing down, and there was an eerily chilly air in a tropical part of China. A flow of negative karmic energy flowed from the hospital as a harbinger of destruction was born. Great calamity was foreseen by the High Elders to occur in the future, one that would shake the very system to its core and to bring about devastation on November 24th, 2023. The High Elders really should have mentioned that they were talking about the Cancun Toros when mentioning the calamity, but I don't think there really is a baseball scene in mainland China, so no one would have understood. Well, rip Cancun, we had a good run. So congratulations to Sarah for drafting yourself at pick number 20. The Cancun Toros have a new starting pitcher. So that will bring us to number 21 overall. Paz, this would be you. You want to bring us on into the next pick?
Sure, why not? So with the 21st pick of this season 44 draft, the Indianapolis Apex select Adam Joy. Username is Mr. Mom, and they currently have a shortstop. So previous to this, Mr. Mom, we actually traded for Mr. Mom and was on the team for a while with Adam Rage, and they recreated, and they were a pleasure to have around in the locker room, and messaged me when they were making the new player, saying like, hey, I'm making this new player if you have any sort of, if I could help them out and whatnot. So super happy to have Mr. Mom back on the team as Adam Joy instead of Adam Rage now.
Well, congratulations to Adam Joy being selected here to the Indianapolis Apex at pick number 21. That will bring us to number 22 overall. The Seattle Sea Serpents are next up on the clock, and with their number I'm sorry, I just had a mini brain fart there. But number 22 overall, the Seattle Sea Serpents will select Mata, starting pitcher from the World Series champion Louisville Lemurs. Also, user also named Mata, 165 TPE, 3.98 ERA, and a 1.31 WHIP on the season for Mata. Lovely John Lennon render as well. A big congratulations to Mata for being selected here at number 22 overall to the Seattle Sea Serpents. What's the matter with you? Nothing. It is quite the uniform, absolutely. So big congratulations to Mata for being selected here to the Seattle Sea Serpents at pick number 22. Number 23, the Outer Banks Aviators are now on the clock with their first pick, and the number 23 overall, the Aviators will select Nex, starting pitcher from the Dillos, user also named Nex, 140 TPE, 5.09 ERA, and a 1.63 WHIP. Nex will be looking to be the next big pitcher for the Outer Banks Aviators, on the call-up, of course, after they're done with their time in Amarillo. But a big congratulations to Nex, the starting pitcher, being selected here at pick number 23 to the Outer Banks Aviators. That brings us to number 24, which was forfeit due to a punishment penalty for the Crabs. And number 25, the Vandals will pass. So we have our first pass all the way here mid-second round. And so that will bring us then into number 26 overall with the Nashville Stars. Zach, you want to lead us on into it?
Yeah, I would have passed before this guy was available too. So with the is this 20? Is the 26th pick? Okay,
26th pick.
With the 26th pick in the draft, we select Nash DeVille. That is Taylor's recreate. We have to pick him, unfortunately.
I had him on D&D, so.
But I would have too. Yeah, we get Taylor's hitter, which is really nice because again, we need hitters in our lineup. The last couple of drafts, we've accumulated a lot of really good earning pitchers, so now we just need to get the hitting aspect of it. So, I guess I'm excited to bring this guy on. We'll see how he turns out.
Well, congratulations to Nash DeVille for being selected here at pick number 26 to the Stars. At number 27, we're going to have a little brief stretch here of GM picks, you'll notice. But number 27 overall, the New Orleans Rougarou will select Hannah's player, Abigail Mills, third baseman from the Dillos. So a big congratulations to Hannah for drafting yourself here at pick number 27. We do have a quote from Phillies, the other GM of New Orleans, who says, Hannah is the only player left in the draft who used to be a sloth, and since we needed a third baseman, we figured we might as well make a quote-unquote big mistake. This is a GM pick. And stretch up to take who will likely be a mediocre player. I mean, a Hannah batter whose last name starts with M. I've seen it before. No high hopes here. So, one GM jabbing at another GM of their own team. So, congratulations to Hannah G for selecting your own player here at pick number 27. Welcome, Raiders. Dr. Dynastic ringing with a party of 146. Welcome to the draft presentation. Hello to you all. I hope you are all doing well tonight. We're in the middle of the season 44 draft and actually kind of nearing the wind down of some of these picks are already starting to pass. But if you're interested in joining the PBE, you can join us. I think maybe I can throw in the Discord command here. You can join us. Oh, Enoch beat me to it. Thank you, Enoch. Join us on our Discord. You can create a player and be drafted to one of our 16 major league teams in the near future. You create a player, do some writing tasks to improve your player, and earn fictional money to continue to improve your player throughout. You get drafted to a minors team, play a couple seasons, drafted to a majors team, and play out your entire career as the player. And you can recreate after your player has aged to the point of no return. But we would love to have you if you're interested in it. If you're interested in writing about baseball, if you're interested in seeing your player play on stream, please do consider joining us. So that will bring us to number 28 overall. Enoch, I think this is another GM pick, maybe? You want to lead us on into it?
He's a GM? Oh, well, I didn't know that. All right. Wait, hang on. Let me pull up the... I don't remember who I picked here. Okay. All right, with pick number 28, the Voyagers select... Oh, goodness. Sebastian Otage. The user is Yakko1217. He claims he's a shortstop. So let's just go with that. Oh wow!
What?
I didn't see the renders before. I actually forgot that there were renders. I didn't have time to peek. That is such an epic Conan O'Brien. Oh, who
so
did
good.
that? OD. Okay. That is absolutely amazing. Oh, I gotta frame that. Oh, okay. Yes. So, Mr. Otage is going to be the jack of all trade. Very likely shortstop. I don't really view anything other than that. But yeah, that's most likely what he's going to be. But basically, he is going to be a cog in a wheel that is known as the Voyager. So he has no choice, and he's going to be forced to do so. So I love that he has no choice.
For all the new players, Enoch is talking about his own player. So we don't bash on players when they draft. It's just our own players.
No, we love the players here.
Absolutely, we do absolutely. Number 29 through 32 are forfeit due to cap penalties, so that will bring us into the third round. And there's only 4 picks here. The rest of them were forfeit due to either cap penalties or punishment penalties. So there's really only 4. And with the number 33 overall selection, the New Orleans Rougarou are going to select Sox Maybe. Starting pitcher for the Ranas. Locust Rain is the user, 106 TPE, and as you can tell from the render, they did choose to wear socks today. Socks are maybe for every day, I guess, for Sox Maybe. And another wonderful render from our Draft Graphics team. Thank you all, by the way, to all the Draft Graphics team members for creating this wonderful presentation. Much love to you all. You make a wonderful draft presentation every single year. But big congratulations to Sox Maybe for being selected here to the New Orleans Rougarou at pick number 33. That'll bring us to number 35 after the forfeit pick number 34 by the Vandals. So number 35, the Nashville Stars are going to pass. So actually less than 4 picks in the third round here. So number 36 forfeit, number 37. The Apex will also pass, as will the Seattle Sea Serpents. So actually only 1 pick in the third round. 1 pick in the entirety of the third round. And it's Sox Baby the Rougarous for pick number 33. The rest were passed. So that'll bring us to the fourth round as we're kind of winding down here and getting into some of the later round picks. But at number 49, the New Orleans Rougarous are going to make a selection here, and they will take Jimmy Garoppolo, starting pitcher from the Kingpins. User Matthew with a Z instead of a E. So Jimmy Garoppolo, starting pitcher, 100 TPE. I think at this point in the draft, maybe some of the GMs are starting to take a few flyer picks here, as some players might have created and not been around for a while, so they're trying to bring them back into activity and bring them back to activity and hopefully get a steal out of them. If you have created a player and have gone inactive before the draft, you still have time to head on back to your player and do some updates, and I'm sure your team would be happy to help you out and welcome you back to the active users of PBE with open arms. So big congratulations, though, to Jimmy Garoppolo for being selected here at pick number 49. 50 was passed on, so we head on into number 51, and that will also be passed. So the Boise Raptors are dropping out of this draft, bringing us down to number 55 overall. The Outer Banks Aviators will select Hemi Zen, center fielder for the Firehawks. User Hemi Zen, 100 TPE. This player always makes me think of the 1 rating in center field for the defense that has been happening. But Hemi Zen, position center field, hoping to get more experience there and more skill to bump up that defensive rating. But congratulations to Hemi Zen at pick number 55 to the Outer Banks Aviators. And next up, the San Antonio Sloths at number 56 will select Alex G, center fielder for the Anchorage Wheelers. User Matt Bake 12. You might be surprised to see Matt Bake 12 down this low, but a big welcome to the former Bart Murley user, Matt Bake, to the San Antonio Sloths. Welcome to San Antonio, and a big congratulations for being drafted here in the fourth round to the San Antonio Sloths. Number 57 overall, the Detroit Demons are going to pass. Providence Crabs at number 58 will also pass. That's number 59. The Buffalo Surge will take Colton James, shortstop from the Brew City Bears. User Tactic, 100 TPE, 217 average, and a 273 OBP this last season for the Brew City Bears. And so that will bring us then to number 61, since number 60 was passed. Big congratulations to Colton James, though, at 59 to the Buffalo Surge. 61, 62, and 63 will all be passed, as that brings us to number 64, the Cancun Toros, with their next pick. And that pick is going to be Sin O Slams, left fielder from the Wheelers, user Daylight, 133 TPE. We do have a quote from Sarah, who says, Daylight was a former Hepcats GM and once showed potential in the league. We hope that the Toros environment will help bring back some of that potential and energy. Welcome back, Daylight. So big congratulations to Sin O Slams. Love the render. User Daylight, welcome to the Cancun Toros. So Sin O Slams at 64. Only 5 picks in the fourth round. The rest were passed on, so that brings us to the fifth round. The New Orleans Rougarous at number 65 are going to make a selection, and they'll take Bill Pitt, user Bill Pitt, starting pitcher from the California Firehawks, 100 TPE, 5.80 ERA, and a 1.64 WHIP. Yeah, safety helmets for players that go a long way. They have indeed, Dukeston. So big congratulations to Bill Pitt. Another late round selection that the Rougarous are hoping is a steal for them, hoping to bring this user back to activity and to be a great pitcher for them going forward. Congratulations, Bill Pitt, for being selected at 65 here. That will bring us all the way to number 71. The Outer Banks Aviators will make their next selection, and it's going to be Azo, shortstop from the Hepcats, User OzoFan, 100 TPE, 258 average, and a 318 OBP last season for the Kansas City Hepcats. A big congratulations to Ozo and a big welcome to Outer Banks all the way up in Alaska. Just kidding. Big congratulations to Ozo for being selected here at pick number 71. Number 72, the San Antonio Sloths are going to pass. And number 75, the Buffalo Surge are going to do the same thing. So that will bring us to number 76 overall. Enoch, you're still here with me in the chat. You want to tee this one up?
Yeah. So amazingly, this was actually a player that initially, when before the minors draft last season, I kind of had somewhat of an eye on, but I guess things didn't quite work out, but maybe there's another one that we could maybe get some interest in, and if they choose to continue with the league, more than happy to give them a home. With the number 76 pick, we the Voyagers select Xavier Payne. The user is Toast BB. He's listed as a catcher, but I am fairly certain that he's not a catcher anymore. That's like I'm pretty sure he arc switched like a shortstop or something like that. But yeah, so hopefully, he did respond. He did respond to us in scouting. But we'll see. So welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard indeed to the Voyagers ship, Xavier Payne. That will bring us to number 80 overall, and that will be passed on by the Cancun Toros to bring us to number 81 over here in the 6th round. And at number 81, the New Orleans Rougarou are going to select Grayson Gainey, second baseman for the Brew City Bears, user Scuffy, 100 TPE, 220 average, and 255 OBP. Rougarou hoping to bring Grayson Gainey back to activity to potentially be a part of their lineup and defensive unit for the Rougarous. So that'll bring us to number 87 after a bunch of passes. So the number 87 overall pick by the Aviators, they will select Joseph Torres, center fielder for the Brew City Bears, user the Legend JX97, 100 TPE, 301 average for a 100 TP player, very impressive, and a 327 OBP. Solid bat for Joseph Torres, the center fielder. So a big congratulations to you for getting selected here at pick number 87 to the Outer Banks Aviators. And Enoch, you got the last pick of the draft, so why don't you go ahead and bring us on into it?
I just didn't want the Aviators to have the last pick.
That fair enough. Number 92, the Voyagers select Lightning McQueen. Aviators always known for getting the last pick of the draft and never passing, never, quote unquote.
It was quite a name, Lightning McQueen. It was cool, but
yeah.
I remember the person kind of dipped out and said that they're in too many sim leagues or something like that last season, so which was a shame, but he had a very good season with the Flamingos.
Yeah, it's always unfortunate to overestimate the time that you have for the sim leagues, but in case they do come back, the draft rights will be for the Voyagers for Lightning McQueen, user LXNE Mixontages. I'm assuming that's supposed to be montages with an X in there. So, first baseman for the Florida Flamingos. Big congratulations. I'm not dissing Bailey. No, I'm just saying that Bailey has said that they never pass, and
I'm dissing Bailey. So
when that has been statistically untrue, they very rarely pass.
Well, they claim they pass, and they claim they never pass, but technically one of them they did.
Yeah.
So
at least one.
It's
no shade on Bailey.
It has been argued, but but yes.
No shade at all on Bailey. Bailey's awesome. But that will finish up the 6th round, and that will finish up the draft. So thank you all, everyone in the chat, for watching. A big thank you to all the GMs that either hopped on the call or sent in quotes. And, of course, a big thank you to the Draft Graphics team for once again making a phenomenal draft presentation. Be sure to tune in for upcoming streams. I didn't have this prepared. I was supposed to bring this up, but we got the minors draft coming up. I believe that is Saturday, so that would be tomorrow, right? Let let me double check this real quick here. Yeah, so tomorrow, Nazbase is going to take you through the minors draft for season 44, 7 p.m. Eastern time for that, and then on Sunday, November 26th, the award stream will be at 2 p.m. Eastern time, also presented by Nazbase with Chadwick co-hosting. And then we'll have our spring train sims on Thursday and Saturday of next week to kick off season 44. Big thank you to everyone for watching, and hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. It is chock full of more PBE with the minors draft and the award stream the next couple of days. Be sure to tune into both of those, and we will see you all later. Take care, everyone.